It's your girl Shayla Raye with In Style Atlanta, and I am here with the beautiful Koereyelle. How are you?
I am excited to be here. Thank you for having me, and I'm doing wonderful. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for being here with us.
Absolutely.
So tell us just a little bit about the mission and goals of Single Wives Club.
Okay, so the Single Wives Club is an education and empowerment organization that inspires single ladies to become better women before becoming wives. And so our mission is to obviously prepare single women to become wives, to nurture femininity, empowering ladies to be ladies. It's okay to embrace your femininity, and then of course to protect family, because if we prepare for marriage, then we're preparing for our homes and to raise our children in healthy environments. And so all of that kind of encompasses the Single Wives Club.
That's amazing. So I mean, how did you get such a unique vision?
Well, I have to say it was definitely out of personal need. I didn't just have this grand idea, of this movement. I ended an engagement, and when I got out of the relationship, I found myself lost, which a lot of people do, because we put so much effort and energy into being good for these relationships. And I had spent so much time preparing to be a wife and preparing for that life with him, that when it ended, I was kind of lost. And so I took the time. I did a lot of self-discovery. I read as many books as I could, and I really just wanted to know what I could do to prepare, because I'm a firm believer that you are what you attract is a representation of yourself. And so in order for me to attract the best, I had to become my best. And so that's where it all started. I started just trying to really learn how to cook. They say that's the basics. That's the number one thing they tell you need to know in order to be a wife. And so me and my girlfriends, we started having cooking parties, and we were basically trying to teach each other, you know this recipe, I know this recipe, let's help one another. And then of course, when you get girls together, we're going to start talking. And so we started to discuss the other things that we needed, the other skills we should have, and that's kind of the beginning stages of how it turned into what it is today.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
Thank you.
So if you're married and divorced, would somebody be eligible to still be a part of the organization?
Absolutely. We are open to single women. If you're not married, you're single. So if you're in a relationship, you can still be a member. If you're engaged, you can still be a member. If you're divorced, a widow, whatever state of singleness you're in, you're definitely welcome to be a member.
That's great. So tell us a little bit about membership and what you need to do to join, and some of the benefits of joining.
Okay, so membership is actually open the 10th through the 20th of each month. So for those 10 days, that's our membership intake time. But basically, when you become a member, you are enrolled in our self-development program. And so we're not a matchmaking service. I'm not trying to hook you up or get you in relationships. My goal is to help you prepare to become the best person that you can be, so that you can attract the best person for you. And so with membership, each month we do personal development challenges. So it could be a fitness challenge, it could be a health challenge, it could be something to teach you your love language or how to communicate better. It's a complete, all of the facets of being a wife, from not just relationships, but finance and household duties and everything in between. And so each month we do these personal development challenges. We also have monthly mentoring with our wives. And so we have like a big sister organization of happy wives, and so it connects the happy wives with the single wives, and they're just really giving us that advice that we don't have. If you don't have a healthy example of a marriage to look to, or if you haven't had any experience in a healthy relationship, then you probably don't know how to create a healthy environment for a relationship. And so that's what our wives do. And so each month we meet with our wives, and then we also have group coaching calls. And so we have a team of coaches, relationship coach, a life coach, and therapists, who basically teach us, how we can prepare ourselves to be in healthy relationships, and that is what it's all about. So there's definitely benefits to becoming a member.
It sounds like it, for sure. I mean, it's such an important part of our adult life to be married, and like you said, if you don't have that example, how do you know what you're supposed to do?
Right, we're kind of left out here on our own. That's one thing, when you want to get a driver's license, you go to driver's ed. When you want to go to college, you take college prep classes. But when you want to get married, you're just left out here on your own. And so I realized that, and I say, they take away home ec, they've broken up our family structure. What are we supposed to do? I'm not willing to just be another statistic. I want a healthy, happy relationship and marriage. And so if it's not out here, I decided, we have to create it for ourselves. And so that is what the Single Wives Club is all about.
I love that. That is such a wonderful thing. Well, my next question is about the Single Wives weekend. I think we're coming up on the second annual one. So please just tell us a little bit about that.
Okay, so Single Wives Weekend, it's our biggest event of the year. This year it is October 17th through 19th. It's here in Atlanta, and it's basically 4 events in 3 days. So it's a packed weekend of education, of empowerment, and of course entertainment. You know, it's not just workshops. I'm all about educating yourself, but we still want to have fun. You know, we still want to have a good time. And so there's some social experiences mixed in. We have a dating workshop, we have a seduction class, a business conference and luncheon, and then we end the weekend with our big hat brunch. And so it's just a really good time. It's tons of fun, and it's really a feel-good weekend. You know, a lot of times you kind of have to pick and choose. You can either go and learn about business, or you can go and get your spirit kind of lifted, but this weekend encompasses all of that, and you will definitely leave feeling inspired and feeling empowered to just live the life that you deserve to live. So Single Wives Weekend is definitely going to be a good time.
Make sure you guys are there.
Yes, you have
because
to be
you're
there.
hearing it first, and it sounds amazing.
It's going to be great. I'm
so,
excited.
I mean, just inquiring minds want to know, are you in a relationship now? Or tell us a
I'm
little about your journey.
actively dating.
Okay.
And that is a big step for me because I took a lot of time off. You know, I'm an entrepreneur, so I've been building, this is my baby, I've been building it from the ground up, and so that takes a lot out of me. But being a single wife, people are like, well, you can't be single forever. You know, it comes to a point where I had to make the decision. If I want to be in a relationship, I have to actively date. I have to get out here. I have to meet people. The same thing that we're talking about every month with my members. And so I'm dating, I'm entertaining, but I'm not in a relationship.
So can you tell our audience just a little bit about the dating scene in Atlanta?
I don't think we have enough time for that. It's different, you know. It's different. It is. There are some good men out here. I don't believe in making the excuse that there's no good men in Atlanta. What I will say is Atlanta is not the place, in my opinion, that men come to settle down. You know, Atlanta's a place that men come to party and have a good time and hang out and build their careers. Atlanta is a get money city. Atlanta is a real professional kind of city. If you have something going on, you can definitely elevate yourself here. But dating, it takes a lot out of you because it's a numbers game, and in Atlanta it's that times 10. You know, you literally have to kiss 1,000 frogs before you'll meet your Prince Charming. But don't get discouraged because there are some good men out here. But it's all about you and what you're attracting. So I attract some pretty good guys, just not the right guy yet, but we're still working on it.
Okay, well, we want to see this journey as well.
Yes, I'm excited. I'm excited about that journey.
That's very exciting. So please tell our audience where they can find you, any other information about you.
Okay, well, I am Koereyelle on Instagram and Twitter. That's Koeryelle. The Single Wives Club is on Twitter, on Instagram, and then Single Wives Weekend tickets will be on sale July 15th at thesinglewivesclub.com. So definitely stay up to date and find out what we got going on at thesinglewivesclub.com.
Make sure you do. Well, this is your girl Shayla Raye, and this is Koereyelle. She's beautiful. She has so much going on. Make sure you check her out for sure. Thank you so much, Koereyelle.
Thank you for having me.